Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to some debt advice videos on TikTok, specifically from Caleb Hammer. If you don't know Caleb Hammer, he has a YouTube channel called Financial Audit. He audits people that need financial help and he goes over their finances from the past month. Like he literally gets you to send in all of your credit card statements, all of your student loans, your checking account, car loans, any sort of loan that you have, any debt that you have, and he basically analyzes your financial situation, reads you for filth, and then gives you some really good advice, holds you accountable. It's very entertaining. When I was going through my debt-free journey, I stumbled on his channel and he was just starting out when I started watching him, and he is like popping off. He's so popular. He's like in the same realm as Dave Ramsey and he's so funny. Like I love watching him, the way he like roasts these people and makes them feel dumb, but it's really just because people, when they are being questioned about their bad decisions, they tend to deflect, they tend to get defensive. Like I would have been a lot of these people. I don't think I'm better than these people. I honestly see myself in a lot of these characters on these shows. They're real people, but sometimes you think that they're acting because that's how ignorant, that's how dumb, that's how misinformed, that's how hard-headed, stubborn these people are. And I was just like that. I'm still like that till this day, honestly. I just learned to be more disciplined, but watching Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit show like really helped me. Also, when I was just down and I felt bad about my situation, I would low-key just watch these to make myself feel better. And now that I'm in a better place, it's just I'm so used to watching this. When I tell you I watch these episodes as they drop, I think he drops 2 episodes a week and I'm like one of the first people to watch it every single time. And then he even has a follow-up channel where he follows up with every single person about a year later, and a lot of people are doing really well because he does come up with a loose budget and then he gets you in contact with so many good resources, and he has like a course that he gives the people that come on the show for free. So I really appreciate that he truly is helping these people, but he's made so much money off of this show, it's crazy. So I'm going to be reacting to these people and I hope you guys like this video. All right, let's get into the first video.
You're spending half of your income on fun. Overdrafts disappear.
I told you they were bad.
You absolute. I've never seen $681 of overdrafts in a year. You did it to yourself. Huh?
I said I did.
Nah. Need a juice box. $681 of overdraft in a single year. It's unheard of. $70.86 in overdraft this month alone. And mind you, all those other cards doing this thing where we're transferring money from credit cards and off credit cards so we can avoid overdraft fees. So it would probably be double. I wore this nice little shirt to have a nice good day.
So let me just say this. I was the queen of overdraft, okay? Overdrafting was like a mini other credit card that I just had in my checking account. The amount of times bills would come out and I didn't have enough money, and because I didn't budget, like I just was not aware of my situation. I didn't know when things were coming in. I didn't care. I was spending my income obviously, but it was to the point where I was maxing out my credit cards, or really close to maxing out my credit cards, and I would use my overdraft as like a fallback. And overdraft have fees obviously, and like you see in this clip, she had like $600 worth of fees throughout the year. It's absolute insanity. Like you think that the bank is helping you out, but really they're just taking advantage of you. That's all they do. They really just most of the time take advantage of you because you don't know what the hell you're doing. So yeah, the fact that she had so many overdraft fees and literally it seemed like she didn't care, like she was so like unemotional about the situation, makes it seem like she doesn't care. And that's why Caleb Hammer gets so worked up about it, because it's like, why do I care more than you care about your situation? Like, I'm not getting affected by this. you're getting affected by this. That is crazy. That low-key triggered me because I was an overdraft queen. The more the overdraft they can give me, the more I'll take. And I just was not disciplined whatsoever. And I had a lot of auto payments, so I thought that I was good because I had auto payments, to the point where I started taking things off of auto payment because they're just gonna take it whenever. And what if I don't have the money? But that's the thing. I should have started budgeting so that I knew that I had the money.
You put student loans on credit cards?
Yeah.
Credit cards are like 30%.
Yeah, I didn't know better back then. So
When?
I had a job. I was getting paid well.
What were you doing? When was this? When?
So I was working as a sales rep at a tile store. I was making around $3-4 grand a month.
Federal student loans, like on the bad side, start getting to 8%.
Yeah.
The credit cards are like 30%. It's not this Apple Card, is it?
It's that Apple
An
Card.
Apple Card. You put student loans on Tim Apple's credit card.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I've never seen that. Never even heard of someone doing that. I'm sure people have. I mean, there's a lot of stupid things that are done. Wow. All of your tuition you've been putting on this card since 2021.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was putting his student loans on a credit card. I personally have never heard of that. I didn't even know that you could do that, because I swear when I was paying my student loans off, the little that I had, and that's why I really want to thank my mom so much for paying all of my tuition except for 1 year's worth where I was going to school part-time. But like, you had to set it up in a direct deposit. You had to set it up in a checking account to make sure that it was like real money that they were pulling from. So I don't know how, like in the States, I guess things are set up differently or something, but the fact that Caleb is saying like, I've never seen this before, like I think majority of people don't do this. I mean, this might be a new thing because these student loan, they're getting so desperate that they'll take any sort of payment method. But yeah, this is a no, because like he said, you're literally stacking interest on interest. Credit card interest have significantly higher percentages than student loans do, especially federal ones. I don't know what he was thinking. That's what made me laugh in this video. He's just like, I've seen people do stupid things. He's clocking you. You're dumb. You're literally dumb. Like, you don't know, like you don't understand that you're doing the stupidest thing. And I need to tell you right now that that's just stupid. I don't care if I'm being mean. These are the facts and you need to know. Like, I don't know if people have been babying you, but you need to get a reality check on my show, because you're living in delusion and you're not doing it right. Like, you are not doing it efficiently. You are losing so much more money than you need to, all because you don't trust yourself to have the money. So you're putting it on a credit card, which is ensuring that you're gonna lose even more money. It's just, the logic doesn't make sense. Anyways, next video.
My friends that have been laid off or quit, they all just pulled out their 401k.
Then what's the point of having a 401k in your
for
mind?
when you need money?
No, it's not for... It is not for when you need money. It is literally a tax advantage retirement account.
Yeah, but if you fall on hard times,
Then you
don't
pay a
have
10%
money,
fee taking it out. So why would you not just put it in a savings account versus a 401k? You take it out of your 401k, you pay a 10% fee, and then taxes on any of the gains.
Because the reality is, I can't just like put in my savings account, because if I put in my savings account and then we're at the bar and I need more money, just transfer it from my savings account or
You
my
have no
second checking
control.
account to my bank account.
So what about retirement then? If you think of a 401k as a savings account.
Well, I've never pulled from it.
Yeah, but you just said if I get laid off, because you have a penny in savings.
No. I mean, I don't really think about retirement or anything past like 30.
What are you talking about? 30's 4 years away. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's 4 years. That's plenty of time to get it together.
So, oh my God. She has that like really annoying voice. Oh my God, she makes me laugh. She's so dumb. She's so young and dumb, really. Jeez. So these retirement accounts, I understand what she's saying, but she's dead wrong for this. And I feel this is a lot of young people's mindsets. First of all, they literally can't see past a week, which I have been there. When you're in your 20s, you don't care about 4 years from now. 4 years from now seems so long, and then before you know it, you are 30. Before you know it, you did make these horrible decisions, and you're 30 years old and you haven't changed your behaviors, and you think that like when you're 30 you just become a responsible adult. But no, you have to build these patterns, you have to build these routines, habits. She has the normal ideologies that 20-year-olds do, which is like that they're basically never gonna get old. She lacks discipline clearly when she says that she can't hold money into her savings, because if she has it readily available, she's going to pull from it when she goes out to the bar and needs money. It's just so unfortunate that when we're young, we're so dumb, and those are our best years to invest. Like, I hate how so many things, so many luxuries in life happen when you're young, like being mobile, being energetic, having a high metabolism, and we just take it for granted because we're born with that, so we don't really understand what it's like to not have it. And the best years of your financial growth is in your 20s, your 30s. The earlier you invest, the better, but it's hard for us to wrap our head around it because they don't teach us these things in school, unfortunately.
Why are we purchasing on a card that we cannot fully pay off where interest is accruing? So the question is old as time on the history of this show. Why the are you purchasing?
The points.
Math. If we heard of math, do you know how the point system works? Do you know how the interest works? Is it making any sense? Is it mathematically working? Can you defend it? Can you define it? Can you tell me how this works?
I know how it works. I just choose to ignore it. I like getting the points for the airfare.
Yeah, after you could have bought like 3 tickets with the interest that accrued?
Yes.
Why the are you here right now?
Because I need help.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, though.
That episode came out recently. Yeah, these credit cards, the credit cards are always going to be the death of us. Not paying the full balance, getting hit by interest. That's how the bank is making their money, and majority of credit card holders hold the balance and are going to get hit by interest. And they have all these promotions, they have all these rewards, these points. The problem is because you don't pay off your balance, your credit card is taking advantage of you instead of you taking advantage of them, and they hide it behind these points. So you're just like, oh, okay, whatever, like I'm getting points regardless. Like I'd rather be in debt with this credit card because at least I get something out of it. But these companies wouldn't have these rewards systems if they weren't getting something out of it. They are banking on the fact that you're going to miss a payment and they're going to charge you interest to the point where they will give you money, which they actually do give you money, but for the most part, people hold a balance on their credit cards and do pay interest, so it's worth it for them. Whereas if you never pay interest and you actually are just getting the points, then that's worth it for you. That's you taking advantage of them. But the stats show that majority of people hold a balance and pay interest. So the bank institution is always going to win. Always. It's like the casino. The house is always going to win because we are reckless consumers. It is what it is. Freaking points. This guy.
21,463 at 8%. What is this possibly for? You're going to Disney when we have an 8% $22,000 loan, completely offsetting all and every retirement account by far that you have?
We had a lot of credit card debt that we wanted to try to consolidate. They all had like over 20 something % interest rates, so we figured the loan we could pay them off and
So
then
you
pay
guys
the
haven't
loan.
made progress. You're not a progress making people. You haven't done anything. You're not paying on your student loans. You're spending triple what you make, and you didn't pay off any credit cards. You just consolidated it.
We paid off some. Isn't it better to have the lower APR than...
Mathematically, yes, but what happens in people's positions like yours who have not fixed their behavior first? Have you ever consolidated loans in the past?
No.
So what often happens is now your credit cards just go right back up. Not today, not tomorrow. But it can happen. That's what often happens. Because I know you haven't changed your behavior. Again, triple the spending. It is literally documented. Documented.
Again, the credit cards, I definitely did the trips, like they went to Disney World or Disneyland. Putting your trip on a credit card is fine because you'll get points, especially on specific credit cards. The problem is they couldn't afford it. They saw a deal, but they couldn't afford it, so therefore they just overspent and they put it on their credit card. Now they can't keep up with the credit cards. I did that too. I went to Miami, I went to Mexico, I went to LA on credit cards because I didn't have the money for it, so obviously I'm gonna put it on my credit card, duh. But the problem is, after when you come back home, you need to pay that off, and a lot of people, what they'll run to is consolidation, which is what I did to pay off my debt. However, I did change my behavior. I never build that debt back up. However, most people, what they do is they feel like they got bailed out by the bank because now they moved their credit card debt from like a 20% interest to a 10%. So now you've gone from 20% to 10%. That's amazing. The problem is if you don't fix your behavior, now you have a whole credit card that's back to zero, but still has that 20%. And what you do usually is the consolidation usually has a promo time. And if you don't pay it off by that, then the interest rate will be just as high or maybe even higher than the original credit card. And a lot of people, they pay off the minimum, but they don't pay off the full balance in time. And what happens is the interest rate skyrockets on the loan, the consolidation loan. And on top of that, they start going back to that original credit card of 20% and start building that back up. And then they're literally right back where they started. It's such a vicious cycle. A lot of these things are mental. A lot of these things are behaviors. And if you don't check that, like the root, you will never, ever change.
The normal American is the normal American has a car payment in the 600s. The normal American is getting a new car every few years. The normal American is drowning in credit card debt. The normal American can't afford a $1,000 emergency. Normal. I don't want you to be normal. I want you to be doing better, because no matter how much you piss me off and no matter how not intelligent in this world you are and how you survived them beyond concerned, but either way, no matter all that, you are still a human being that exists, which means I want you to do well. So I don't give a fuck about normal. I want you to do better than them.
So we need good percentage, good numbers.
I need you to do well. Yeah.
So the poor guy, he actually cares so much. He cares too much, to be honest. But yeah, the normal American has credit card debt. The normal American has car payments, has student loans, and we normalize it to make ourselves feel better. We're just like, oh, well, Tom, Dick, and Harry have this, so why does it matter that I have it? But it's like, why do you want to be in their situation? Why do you want to be in a bad situation? Just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's a good thing. You know how your parents were just like, oh, so if John and Stephan jump over the bridge, are you going to jump over the bridge too? Like, it's one of those mentalities. Like, you're not a sheep. You should do better. You should strive for better. You should hold yourself accountable, and you should not compare yourself to other people. That's where we all go wrong, especially with finances. Everyone has their own situation. Someone could be making more than you, but they have more debt than you. Someone could be making less than you, but they actually are financially responsible. And I do find that even I took a lot of comfort in comparing myself to bad decisions that people did financially to make my bad decisions seem normal. And it's not normal. Like, you should want better for yourself. You really should. Normalizing all this debt is gonna put you back for a very, very long time.
It took me 10 years to graduate.
Oh my good death.
I went off and on. I went to community college.
You went to every college, apparently.
I took a class when I could pay for it, and I changed majors a couple times. And I took some time off. Like, I did take a couple
Why were you delaying this whole thing by a decade, though? Because you lost the best decade of your life for compound growth in the marketplace. Yeah. You're literally fucking your retirement by doing this. Like, it becomes not worth the cost at that point when you elongate it that long and then lose any time in the market.
Yeah, and I did have a 401k.
Did?
Yeah, I cashed it out.
Yeah. Why'd you cash it?
Because when I was doing the financial piece thing, I wanted to pay off the last of my
But
debt.
you weren't doing it because he doesn't say pull from a 401k.
I thought he did.
I don't think so.
Maybe I did it. I know I stopped contributing to my 401k.
Yeah, he says that.
When I started the program, and then I was gonna quit my job to.
When did you go through this?
It was 2019.
How did it go so
2018.
People that just keep doing school and school and school to avoid just getting a real job. Get into the work field and start making money, because like I said before, your best years in investing in compound interest are as early as possible. So if you could do that, start in your 20s, hell, start in your teens, really. But a lot of people don't think about it, or they're not educated on it. But yeah, the best years of compound growth are in your 20s and in your 30s. And if you're staying in school, building up debt, you're literally doing the complete opposite of what ideally you should be doing. School costs a lot of money. It puts you in a lot of debt that you have to pay back, unfortunately, with interest. And then she pulled for her 401k. I don't even know why she did that. Or she said she stopped contributing. She was doing the Dave Ramsey Financial University. It's like a debt education course, investment education course. She really messed up on that one. Tell me what you guys think of these videos. Are you guys in similar situations? Have you guys paid off your debt? Have credit card debt? Do you have student loans? Do you have car loans? Are you currently investing? I'm very interested to know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.